Hello, YouTube. We have a slightly different run of the last spell on our hands today, because rather than doing kind of like the pounding the meta, let's push for Elderlicht Apocalypse 4, which we will eventually do, have faith. What I wanted to do today was play with some of the omens that seem interesting, but that I wouldn't pick otherwise. And to that end, we actually ran a survey in my YouTube community, which I brought up in the lower left hand of the screen there. And you can see that people voted on a variety of off-meta omens. First place was the Corpse Explosion omen, which let's take a look at that really quickly. Let's go through each of them. So Corpse Explosion is down here, aka Omen of Bursting Flesh, which is corpses explode when destroyed by an attack. I'm curious to see if that does friendly fire damage. There's a whole bunch of things I'm very interested in. We also were looking at Omen of Boxing. All heroes have Crippling Punch enabled. That is a 2 cost. No, we're not doing Elderlicht today. We are trying out we're going to do a Lakeburg run, and we're going to do a Lakeburg run with some very odd omens. Then we had Omen of Leaps in 3rd place, which gives everyone the leapfrog ability. And last but not least, we had Omen of Clear Skies, which is the one that people were most curious about. But the closest point the mist can be is farther from the haven. So I'm tempted to go with these 3, despite the fact that Omen of Clear Skies got the lowest number of votes. I think it's interesting to try to do a no-seer run with Lakeburg. I think Omen of Boxing is just a fun mix-up, and then I'm very curious about Omen of Bursting Flesh. I see a fundamental problem with Omen of Bursting Flesh that I think we'll have to deal with, which is that if 2 waves don't come from the same direction twice in a row, Omen of Bursting Flesh is essentially 1 omen worth of nothing. So we'll have to see about that. But I think we're going to try to create a character that is weaponless and basically is just doing Crippling Punch. I want to see how well that works. I think this is going to be a big accelerant for the early game, but we'll have to wait and see. And then I was thinking APOC 2. I'm not particularly excited about the higher APOCs for this particular run. I think 30% bigger waves and 20% extra health is going to be interesting, and we're also going to play with a bunch of off-meta weapons. So we will see. The other option is to go base difficulty and then just really meme it up. Hey, Liam. Welcome. Yeah, we could do more, we could certainly do more, right? So if we, but unfortunately, I think Elderlicht, even on base difficulty, is pretty darn challenging. So we could do a bunch over here, but I don't actually think we have that many other ones that I'm super interested or curious about. So I think I'm going to stick with Lakeburg for the moment. And we're going to try out Omen of Bursting Flesh, Omen of Boxing, and Clear Sky. We could use Boundless. Are there other omens that we are particularly excited about? Because I'm fine to go with a Boundless mode run. We have not tried Boundless quite yet. So what else would I pick here? I'm curious about Omen of Countless Paths, but I think that it's pretty good. Omen of Vultures has anti-synergy with Omen of Bursting Flesh, so I don't think that's particularly interesting. Yeah, we don't have that many other odd ones. So from my perspective, I don't think Boundless adds a lot to the run at the moment, but are there any omens people are excited about and really want to see utilized before I kick this one off? I'm going to avoid Omen of Mercenary Training because I think there's still a soft lock associated with it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just not... I mean, Omen of Housing could be interesting. I do like the idea of that one. But again, Omen of Housing, most of your workers are going to get used breaking down corpse piles that we're going to be using for explosions. So I think we'll probably go with this. I'm going to try and do a no seer run also for this run. So we'll see. And then I'm going to go with Apocalypse 2 because I like enemy waves being bigger. And then we'll try out some funky stuff. But let's get on into this run. We're not going to go for meta weapon comps. So we'll see how that works out as well. But I'm thinking some power staffs, some axes, some... Oh, the game is already giving me the things that I wished for, it appears. So I wonder how much... I think this may already be minimum distance. So we got a pistol, which I don't like to see early game. But let's find out what our characters have going on. Obviously, they all have crippling punch here, which I guess doesn't show up in their perk tree. This is the first time we've taken a perk locked in tree, which is interesting. So you are a hangman who is hesitant and methodical. All right, those two cancel each other out mostly. Okay, you are a harvester. I don't see anything here that makes me want to put them in any particular role, except the lack of movement makes me a little worried about that pistol. Then we have a really nice wand, although we'll probably trade that in for something terrible, as you do. Let's see, you're poison and stunning, so I wonder, we could go for... Yes, Vault of the Void is on the list still. I haven't really looked at it, so I'm still very curious. Oh yeah, what was Keon? Is a cook, a savage, and a bruiser. Kind of tempted to go for some type of like... I think I am going to make them our melee, potentially. And then we have Druid, Light Traveler, and Ferocious. Interesting character here. The, that's probably not going to work for me, so we'll make them our melee. A little extra movement here is probably for the best. I hate Troll's Blood Amulets. They are a trap. You got to watch out for them. On Vault of the Void, iMega, and it was a great pain in a good way or in a bad way. Anyways, let's get round one over here. Put our folks like that, and let's get to it. Yeah, great pain sounds like it could be good or it could be bad. Now I want to see what one of these punches looks like. That's not a kill. Meanwhile, the axe is a very strong early game weapon, for sure. So let's see, this is hitting for like 129. I don't think we get over to this guy without overextending. Now the wand definitely underperformed slightly on that first one. So I'm trying to figure out, we want to make someone that's going to crippling punch for like a huge amount of damage. Wow, how did I not move my wand person back like that? That was just an error. Now this is where things get tricky for me. I think we do that, but without the extra action points, things feel a little difficult. I guess we do that. I think I'm going to try and take this guy out. I think we can reach everybody if we backtrack a little bit, but There we go. You need to move over 1. You're out of base attacks, but you have 8 mana regen, so let's do that. Yeah, Wand early struggles a bit, for sure. So I'm very curious about the possibility of going with a Seerless run. I've never tried it out. Let's see. I'm looking for a place to make sword or axe boomerang work. That was pretty good. The first nights are always a little rough and tumble potentially. That's okay though. We'll make it sing hopefully. I don't like shooting that wall myself, but actually before we move too far, I think this guy probably needs to at least get softened up a bit. Oh my. The breakpoints are not treating us well at the moment. There we go. Now let's see. You're all done, so we'll do that, and then let's see. I think I'll move back like this. No point in taking a hit that we don't have to. Our walls are definitely going to do some work. Now we didn't take leaping, so jump over is normal. For better or worse. We do have the potion, so someone should be spending some mana. Oh, I missed that person behind the gate a little bit. I wish you could repair these gates. I really do. Let's see. So let's free you up so that you can move to like here, which looks like it's pretty much the best we're going to be able to get. Hey, yummy. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the support. And the kind words as well. Welcome. We're doing an off-brand Omen run right now. So we're trying out Omen of Corpse Explode, Crippling Punch, and Omen of Clear Sky. Hey, Mad Mazzer. Welcome to the stream. Okay, try and clean up some of that, I think, and then let's see. I despise what we have going on at the moment here. I think I'm gonna end up using my third magic missile just because there's a lot to pick off here. Clear Skies is the closest point the mist can be is farther from the haven. So I'm thinking we're gonna try that one out and see how impactful it is. I think this might be the minimum distance, so you may just start out exactly at the minimum distance, which would be very interesting. Let's see, that's 4, that's 4. Can we get more this way? No, not really. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 would be, I think, would be pretty optimal to kill. So let's try that. Not getting those done feels a little bad. I think I'll probably center myself there. How can I? Oh, I can't see you because of the blocker. I see. All right, let's armor up. And given how much mana we've spent, I'll put the 5 there. And then I think we're just gonna do a little bit of gardening here. Okay. But definitely a tough first night. Yeah, for sure, Yummy. I think we're going to have a lot more close baddies than we have historically. That's my expectation. Because I usually prioritize the Seer quite heavily. If you've seen some of my content, you're probably familiar with the emphasis that I place on the seer as kind of like the solution to all that ails you. Just trying to utilize momentum a little bit here to get things cleared up. Open the door there, and then I really don't want to spend again, but we're definitely struggling a little bit here. So we have Omen of Boxing, but so far I'm kind of underwhelmed that it's not, even on the first night, it's not getting those one-shots that I think we need. Oh. That was a bad use of end of Jacob's turn, unfortunately. But I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to see the, always be searing, indeed. ABS. Just like the brakes. I find it interesting that it appears, at least, to my untrained eye, that the bat did not fly over the wall, which is certainly not the behavior I would have expected. Okay, I'll just put myself here. I could have probably done a second punch there, and then... Oh, man, that was disappointing, to say the least. Alright, that's all we're going to get out of that one, but I think we're A-okay. Losing that wall is a bit of a bummer. Let's check kills. I think I've probably done a pretty imbalanced job doling out kills. 21 for Jacob, 34 for Axe, 27. Alright, so we'll get as many of the kills as we can on Jacob here. Okay, we have our first corpse pile that is actually a landmine. You know, Mad, I need to play with that. That seemed like a new sound effect there. All right, so this is the problem that I was alluding to earlier, which is that Omen of Clear Skies, excuse me, Omen of Bursting Flesh. Corpses explode when destroyed by an attack. Wow, they do 200 damage. Wow, that's a lot. And I wonder if the other ones are different in size. Now, I can't help but notice that this one here is going to destroy our walls, which I don't love. But also, these piles, I presume, are going to still go away at the end of the night, which means that you need to get 2 waves attacking in a row. Oh, the corpses do not destroy walls anymore? That's good intel. That's, oh, it got tweaked? Okay. I'm glad to hear people are playing with these new omens and trying them out. This is obviously my first time. But yeah, so let's take a look at this. So, the opportunism that you get from the axe is 1.25x. The intimidating scream costs 1. Yeah, so Mad, I don't think it's more effective, because if I'm looking at this, 2 attacks from Shred. So I guess the answer is, if you have enough action points, you should use, like, I have 6 action points right now, so I should use 1 Intimidating Scream, but for the most part, you never want to Intimidating Scream over attacking here, right? Because you're not gaining 2x the damage off of Intimidating Screaming until you have higher opportunism, at which point maybe, you know, it becomes slightly different. I wouldn't mind doing like a 2-handed sword momentum type of build. That could be interesting to me. This 2-handed sword is pretty weak sauce, though. Let's do our level ups, I guess, before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Whoa. Multi-hit spear. I haven't done a lot of spear runs. Yeah, I mean, it's a question mark. We're also not rolling an accuracy increase right now, so we are back to needing to pick up accuracy at the beginning of runs. That's something I haven't done in a while. Yeah, we'll try a spear run with this character. Obviously, we're going to have to find a spear. That is not a guarantee. Now, we could go heavy opportunism axe build here with Jacob. That's kind of interesting. Didn't you have... Yeah, you do have a base increase. Sure, let's go like big... Let's try and go big opportunism build. And we'll try and decide. That'll probably mean that we'll go like power staff axe on Jacob. I could see that being good. We'll steal the axe from over here and give it to Jacob. And then I like the Fey amulet to offset the fact that Jacob is the slowest character in the history of the universe. There we go. Yeah, so Jacob's going to be opportunism, and then, I mean, with opportunism, a blue damage, since I need to remember we're not getting as much damage as before. And then it certainly feels like Harvester is still king of the castle. Although we may mix up some perks too and play some unconventional perks. Let's see. And then you at the moment... We could go, if we're going to go momentum, I'm tempted to take this physical because I think I'm going to be going primarily... Do you have the momentum components? No. In fact, you have none of the momentum enablers. So probably not going to do anything with that. Yeah, Power Staff is pretty weak. I want to try to make Power Staff sing, though. That is one of my goals here. Maybe just take... let me roll for accuracy. All right, I will take big damage. Can't say no to that. And then I don't have a roll for this. So... Of these... What are we pairing here? What is this character being built for? That's perhaps the question that I need to ask. I see spikes, I see organic armor. I don't see blood magic. Oh, that's always a good feeling, isn't it, Mad? I think mana regen is the most generic here because I really don't have a plan for this character. Maybe, what propagate weapons don't we use a lot? That's an interesting question. Fatality is never a bad one. Wand book. That's an interesting thought. We could potentially make that work. I don't see this sword being particularly impactful, so I'm going to give this one more roll. Yeah, I think so. Risk it for the biscuit. We said book. And there's a book. Sure, we're going to want to get things going. So I'll grab that. We're going to do our standard 2 workers and then salvage a 4 spot. And then let's see what's in here for sale. Ooh, dagger. Oh, multi-hit dagger. I think dagger spear. I want to go on that one character. That sounds like fun to me. And then we have a power staff. So let's get that going. Hard to say no to that mithril crossbow, but I'm going to behave myself. Oh, yes there is. I'm sorry, Freak Off a Leash. Thank you for the call out. I forgot to set my video to public, so that should show up now. Darn it. I completely forgot. There we go. Should be all better now. I should be available on YouTube. So let's see. Power staff. I'm tempted by this dagger also. Yeah, let's go. I want to go spear dagger. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the call out, because it completely slipped my mind, and Yeah. I was missing the boat in a big way. So let's see. You were the one who picked up multi-hit. So we'll go with that there. We'll put the power staff there. Trollblood Amulet is just going to get sold. And then it is a question of what can we afford with the remainder of our money. I think probably we just build another house. And then salvage one of these little ruins. And then that leaves us with 29 to spare. Energy potion is somewhat interesting. But maybe we just save our money. Now, did the mist get closer? It looks like the answer is no. It looks like it's currently locked in its position. So I guess we'll just see what we can do here. I think it's better off having you here, and then you can probably stay here for the moment. Okay. Oh, we have defenses. I'm just going to pool our materials. Actually, I want to go for... We could go for mounted ballistas, and maybe go for mounted ballistas, but in a center of the wall configuration, because normally I don't go for that configuration. Are we going to get much out of that? Like, do we have anyone with Fortress Master that we could potentially... Yeah, we do have... We do have one person with the defensive tree. So there's some interest in going that way. And since we're going to have a lot of stuff close, I think it's probably a good idea to get some of the firing squad going. So I will do that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to move you... Because these are going to get in your way. Yeah, so we'll do that. All right. All right, the mist is dangerously close again. So let's see. So now that we have the power staff enabled, we get that dramatic entrance. See, so this is a great example of opportunism not quite working out the way we wanted to. Even though this baddie was stunned, and I will add on top of that, our opportunism is already at 123. We still didn't one-shot this. So if we had intimidating screamed and then hit, we would not have, we would still not have secured the kill. So the double hit is the more reliable, way to acquire kills, as it were. And then I think I'll work on this bat. Just because bats are tankier than they were back in my day. And then you have dagger wand at the moment. Don't think too hard about that one. I think that's all you get to do. Oh, I love Fatality. Absolutely love Fatality, but it's, one, it's not always available, which is a bitter pill to swallow sometimes. Quick reload for certain uses, I think, is pretty valuable. All right, so I'm going to get rid of you so that I can get you in here. And then I think I'm going to... So the question is, I think this is what I do. I think I power staff there, which sets up opportunism here. And then, yeah, we got most of the kills that mattered there. So I feel pretty good about that. I think there's potential to this power staff coupling. Someone needs to go take care of this thing. I think I'll just crippling punch it so it doesn't run away too fast. Wow, that is a lot of minus movement, I will say. But let's see, I think We'll do that. I'm trying to leave this one so that we have someone to stab with our dagger when inevitably there is nothing left. Yeah, let's come in like this, and then there we go. Don't like where I ended up on that one, but that's okay. Let's see, and then you can't do much. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Let's transfuse you. And then we can at least get one more kill. There we go. All right. How did this one not have something to shoot? These three fired, but this one didn't? Maybe that was just a visual bug. Let's see. We need to soften this one up if we're going to get stunning entrance to play well. I think I'm going to come in here and get these two. And then that leaves 4. We haven't spent any mana, so maybe I will just... Whoops. Soften these up in hopes that we can do some work. Let's see, you have 11 mana? Sure, let's just... That looked like it had potential to be a good propagate. Now you're making it in, so we absolutely need you to go away. Okay. And then I'm going to keep doing some work over here, but I think before we do that, we need to ice them. Yeah, so let's try this out one more time for science purposes. So right now I have 5 actions and 5 attacks here. So if I move to here, I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, which would kill all of these, but then I would be... Yeah, and I actually want to do it that way. So I don't think using 1 intimidating scream necessarily benefits us, but let's try it, right? So then we're going to have our 4 actions. So we do that. We got all but 1, actually. Now the problem is I used up all my movement, so I need to do that. So opportunism seems to be scaling not the way that I thought it was going to. So maybe I need to reevaluate that thought that I had before. Because that certainly seemed like opportunism caused those all to be one-shots, despite the fact that right now I think we should be getting like a 1.25x type of thing. Someone's going to have to go deal with the bats. Now, I think that this is better than Intimidating Scream, though, for creating chaos. Let's see, and then... Is this our highest single damage attack? 113 to 138. Yeah, Crippling Punch, unfortunately, does not scale quite as I think I hoped it would. Let's see, now someone is going to have to come shoot this bat. Potentially multiple times. This, I think, is going to be your whole turn, unfortunately. Yikes. Yeah, that's no good. So we can Crippling Punch so you don't go anywhere. And then... transfer over here, and then we get the stun, which should help. And then let's see, 1, 2... see, this is the problem. I think bats take... Oh my gosh. Magic Missile's only hitting for 59 to 87 on you. That's no good. We'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, I think. Okay, that felt pretty good. But 3 to kill them feels very... 4 to kill them. Oof. Big oof. Yep, yummy. That would track with my thinking more often than not, if I'm going to be honest. That's one of the that actually brings up like the joke is on point, if I'm being honest, but it brings up one of the things that I think is, oh my gosh, this is agonizing, that I think is a problem with debuffing type specs, which is that by the time you put in the energy to acquire the kill, right, for lack of like a better way to describe it, or to immobilize something. So by the time you take the effort to immobilize something, you've probably already done the work to kill it anyways. So it's just one of those things where I find it very difficult. Now the question is, I think when I'm flush with mana, Scorching Wave is the cat's meow for sure. So let's see. We're definitely struggling with a bit of mobility, some mobility issues here. That all went pretty well. And then if I wanted to, I guess I can sneak some extra kills this way. Okay, so you guys are debuffed, so got the kill there. So I'm starting to come around to this debuffing meta. I actually think that the combo of Power Staff Axe is something I've been sleeping on a little too much. Keon, though, is really struggling here. Yeah. We had to go so far out of position. I'm going to try and give most of these kills to Keon if I can. Because I think Keon is going to fall behind if I am not careful. Probably shouldn't have done that just because what we're going to be using moving forward. You have 27. We can probably afford to do... Actually, a Fireball I think lines up perfectly with your mana regen and potentially does a lot of work. Did a lot less than I was hoping it would, but... Now, Stefan I think is pretty good, so I'm going to do a bit of a transfer here. Just to see if I can get some more kills. There we go. And then we're letting the ballista do some work, but... I just feel like Keon had a truly terrible round. Wait, is Crippling Punch more than this? Yeah, okay. So in this case, Crippling Punch does seem like the better ability to use. Okay. Oh, look at all those landmines. Yeah, when did those sound effects get added? So this is... Okay, so the mist did encroach. Wow, so the minimum mist distance is going to be a lot closer than I was hoping it was going to be with clear skies. Yeah. I'm going to struggle to recommend clear skies, it seems. Let's see what our night reward looks like. No thank you to all of those. Okay, so let's see. So we're going spear here. We're going spear dagger, which means we could take some health damage, or excuse me, some physical damage if we wanted to. Our accuracy is decent, so I am going to roll this once. I'll just take accuracy. It's not, or damage. It's not exactly what we were looking for. Propagation doesn't help us here. Crit power. Your crit is not bad. We'll probably keep investing in crit. Glass cannon? That feels like it might be hard. I think First Blood is a good pickup here because we're hoping to have big damage from that. I like your setup. We want as much opportunism as we can get. That's the play here. And then we've taken no accuracy, so... Oh, we had accuracy there, and I rolled past it like an idiot. Okay. Not my finest work. I like nimbleness for this character for sure. 12% accuracy is an instant grab, and then long term, we're going tome, and then what else for propagate? What's the other one that we want to go with? We could go like hammer for propagate. Probably just going to take the XP gain here though. And then again, nimbleness. No matter what, we need to be able to move around. Okay, and then I'm going to roll this. Blue power staff. It's still only rank 1, so I don't think it's doing any work for us. Better dagger. It is quite a bit better. But it's still level 1, which feels pretty bad. Tome of Secrets with a propagation bounce on it. I'd replace the wooden pistol with 2 Tome of Secrets. I think that's probably the best pickup. Because... Stefan, your dagger is straight up better than that one. Okay, so we'll grab that. And Keon is going double book for the time being. Can't say I love it, but it is what it is. We'll put that there. Sell that. Okay, well, we have 5 workers and we have no seer, which means we're going to run out of these pretty quickly. Now, we can't scavenge corpse piles that are in the fog, which is an interesting conundrum. This is going to be our configuration for working on this side, I think. So let's see. We have 136, so let's just alternate. That was not very many. We might want to buy a scavenger. Now, for opportunism, or excuse me, for our next steps. Oh, Offhand Scepter is interesting for someone who's doing propagation. That could be curious. We haven't done a lot with sword either. I don't think either of these match up well with sword. We still haven't seen a spear. Yeah, we're spear free. All right, I think it's time to get our economy going. I don't think it's time for anything else. Because we probably have to rush additional heroes if we're going to be going down this path. So at the very least, I think we grab that. So now we could get the inn. Hey, Non-Zero, welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's get the inn going. That leaves us a bit of money. We also get another ballista over here. And another... Where's my center line here? I think it's this one here. There we go. So let's see. I think our weapons are not great, but they're okay. So maybe we put a scavenger camp up. I think the house speaks to me a little more. We have exactly enough to get the house and upgrade it. So maybe we do that. That gets us to another 4 spot. Yeah, I think this is the better play. Now we're maxed out on houses. And we get another mounted ballista over here. Curious to see how this centering goes. And then now we have some money. But what am I thinking? We played Inscription on Sunday for like 6 hours non-zero. It was unscheduled because this week is a weird week due to Thanksgiving. It will be back to normal It will be on Mondays moving forward after the Thanksgiving holiday. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, we'll be back to FTL, Inscription, Last Spell, and Darkest Dungeon 2 on a regular recurring cadence as soon as the holiday is over. This is not very far. I think I am going to go Scavenger Camp. Starting with a gold mine I think is probably smart. Yeah, let's get a gold mine, and then we'll pivot into Scavenger Camps next turn.